treat you like. Get my last cigarette. I'ma 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 treat you like.
Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette.
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you like.
Hope it don't end the
Get my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette.
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you like.
Hope it don't end the
Get my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like. Get my last cigarette.
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the
What is up, man? We made it back, man. What is going on? Back black in the building.
Hope it don't end the same
Man, what is going on? What is going on? Hey. Shout out to everybody out there, man. You already know, y'all. I'm about to hit y'all niggas with it, man. Did he come back? Oh, man. Don't tell me he didn't come back. Y'all niggas was at church today, had studied the Sunday school lesson and paid your tithes and stand in line because you want everybody to know you gave your offering and spoke in tongues and all this bullshit.
Get my last cigarette.
But as I say every week, niggas is getting killed by the dominant white society every fucking week with impunity. So all that praying to Cesare ain't getting you nowhere, clown. So shout out to everybody out there. I know it's probably a bitch right now singing in the choir. Probably leading testimony services, some sucker shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. If that's what y'all want to do, man, do it. But I would suggest you go look up Dirty Bookman. Because as Dirty Bookman says in his prayer, their God asked them to commit crimes. That is not our God. Replace the imagery of the white man's God. Facts. You better start practicing voodoo and voodoo, kundumble, santeria, Ifa. You better go get you some real shit in your life. Or go get you some Nation of Islam in your life. Not that bullshit they got you praying to. That ain't helping you with shit. Shout out to everybody out there, man, that's fighting a good fight at the corporate plantation. Oh, man, there's so much shit going on. I gotta change this shit, too. So much shit going on, man. Man, that I wanna... So much shit going on that we are definitely gonna address. We're gonna address these brothers that was showing a house and then the house got surrounded. Talking about, oh, it was a bunch of break-ins. Man, get the fuck out of here. We're gonna talk about that shit. We're gonna talk about this young brother who got killed because he was playing loud music and security guard. That's why the title is The Security and Racism. You know what I mean? the security of racism, because basically Kroger, they hired this month. They hired these security guards, these George Zimmermans. And then be trying to act like they don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? They hire these motherfuckers to do their dirty work and then be like, oh, well, we didn't know he was like that. And then all that white motherfucker that killed that brother at that fucking gas station, all he gonna do is oh, well, I was insane. That shit. So we gonna get on all that, man. We gonna get on how motherfuckers act at the corporate plantation and be Sambo and bugging your eyes and cooning and shit. Man, I see so much shit going on. You know, it's so funny, man, when you listen to people's perspectives. You know, some black folk, you know, they're so enthusiastic and overzealous about having the corporate plantation job that they'll protect massa at all costs. So when you're looking at a black person that's opposition to that, it makes you don't like them because they're kind of choppy with you. When in actual fact, me being older, I always try to tell black folk, look, man, these people don't care about you like that. So don't fight your own people. Even if your people are wrong, you know, I had to learn that. Don't fight your own people. Let them fight themselves, man, and get away from them. Just get away from them. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about all the little bullshit going on and how the numbers are rising with the bullshit y'all know the numbers is rising with. And if y'all want to go get the shot, do whatever, go do what you do, man. But stop shot shaming everybody else because they don't want to do it. If that's what you want to do, my nigga, go do it. I salute you. It's like motherfucker get mad because you don't want to salute the flag. Well, nigga, I ain't got to salute the flag. Nigga, my people built this country. I don't got to do that. You know what I mean? I think it's just very imperative that we start reading, learning. I didn't get a chance to do a lot of reading because I had other shit going on, man. But sheesh. It's very imperative that, man. And let me tell you something. Don't waste. Look, man. It's getting to the point where art doesn't imitate life, too. So I watched that sucker-ass Suicide Squad shit, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I just was like, man, what the fuck is DC doing, man? They just put anything on TV. And if that's the case, then why don't y'all give black directors and black creators a chance to be on TV shit? God damn. Some of the shit, I'm like, God damn, how this make it to the theater? These white Jewish motherfuckers just put anything on there. And shout out to everybody out there that's not doing no sucker shit and going out and buying these expensive ass houses out here. I'm definitely gonna talk about that. That's one of the first things I'm about to address right now, man. So shout out to everybody out there at the corporate plantation. I tell it on people. Shout out to the lazy motherfuckers. If you know somebody that's lazy, don't tell them they lazy. Don't even get into that with them. Don't even tell them what they need to be doing. When they look at themselves in the mirror, they know what they need to be doing. That's not your job. What do you need to be doing? And figure out what you need to be doing and stay in your fucking lane, my nigga. So many of us want to tell everybody else what they be doing. I don't do none of that shit at all. I am very much a hermit crab. I don't want to be bothered. Do not call me with your problems. Guess what? Nigga, I'm not a Yana Van Zet and I'm not fixing shit. My problems are having problems. So I've learned to just focus on my lane and what I need to do. I can't tell you what everybody else needs to be doing. That's it. And if you ain't trying to replace system of racism and white supremacy, get the fuck away from me. If you're not bringing no ideas to the table on how we can help our people or get out the poorhouse, you might as well just stay the fuck away from me because I had time to be doing that shit. Let's get into it, man. Man, so shout out to everybody. Shout out to Philly, Florida, Erica, No Compromise, everybody out there, man. I fuck with all y'all. Miss Wendy. I ain't seen Miss Wendy in a while. I hope you doing good. I ain't forgot about you, Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy got a magazine, man. Dope ass digital magazine. I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I got a new book. I think it's called, you know, it talks about a lot of the slave rebellions. I got to start getting into. I would at least order a book a week, but I kind of got away from that because I got other shit going on right now, man. Right now, I'm drinking this black licorice tea or Egyptian licorice tea. But yeah, man, the first thing I want to get on, man, before we get on the topic is I want to talk about how important it is for us to be on code, one, and two, for us stop pointing out or making it a habit to point out what people should be doing. And this is another thing that I learned. When a motherfucker could tell you about everybody else and what they doing and give you the schematics on what everybody else is doing, And then you look at their life and they not doing shit. Get away from them. Don't tell them. See, that's the problem. We feel like we need to tell people. I'm not telling people shit. That's what you want to do? Do it. I'm in the game. I don't have time to be a spectator, and I'm not a part of the Associated Press sitting up here asking questions at the end of the game. I want to be in the fucking game. And as you get older, you start to understand that. And as you get older, you will start to understand that your time is precious and it's valuable. And don't waste it on nobody. That's why, shout out to all my people. Man, shout out to the homegirl Erica, man. Like I said, man, I sent Erica some CMOS. She didn't even get it. Still, basically, warned don't trip. Here go the bread. That's the type of motherfuckers I want around me. That's why I always send shout outs to Erica, man. She didn't have to do that. She could have been like, I didn't get my product. You know, I didn't get nothing. I'll send you the money when I get it. She was like, man, don't even trip, man, bro. Here you go. Pat pow. Boop, boop. There you go. Don't even trip, man. Do your thing. That's business. That's you trying to recycle dollars. That's business. It's not, oh, well, you know, I'm going to waste time and all. Too much, we don't respect each other's time. I'm talking about black folk. We will not respect each other's time. We are very much a time habitual line crosser. We will cross the line when it comes to people's time and call people up and bump your gums about shit that don't make sense and shit that ain't gonna happen. And then when you done wasting somebody's time, you going about your way, man. Fuck all that. Nope. Try to do it over here with Warren. And I'm very much of the old school. For all you old school heads, I'm very much of, don't just think you're going to pop up over here. You better call before you come. Don't just pop over out the blue type shit, nigga. Don't come over here with the bullshit. Nigga, that's real. I don't play that shit. I don't deal with the time wasting mechanism shit. Motherfuckers will waste your fucking time. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times I've learned in life, you have to just separate yourself. It doesn't matter who it is. And it's not no diss. I think people take it as a diss. And a lot of the times I think people take it as a diss because, you know, they feel like, oh, you should be giving up your time for people. And, you know, when people call, or, you know, people want to holler, nah, man, I don't believe in time wasting mechanisms. I remember one time, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, ain't gonna say nothing, but I remember one time I had somebody call me, right? This was a long time ago. Motherfucker called me out the blue, man, let's make beats, man. Let's do it, man. I'm trying to be like quick. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. And we had this hour and a half conversation about what it takes. Never heard from the motherfucker again. This is the type of shit that Warren to deal with. That's why over the years, motherfucker be like, damn, man, why I want to act like that? Man, because I don't want to be fucking bothered. It's not that I think that I'm better than anybody or anything. I don't think nothing of that. I don't think nothing of that. That's why I shout out to the homegirl Amber from Mix of Health. Shout out to that sister. She took time out of her busy schedule to let me interview her, and I fucking dropped the ball. I was so mad at myself, but just listening to her, man, very educated sister, very on top of her business, and very much an inspiring sister. I want to hook her up with No Compromise, and I want to hook her up with him. So she could tell her story on his shit, because she dope, and his podcast is dope. Man, I be bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get together. That's why a lot of the times I've taken time to just kind of like, okay, what does Warren need to be doing? And the reason why I have that mentality, man, is because you can get caught up in everybody else's shit, and then your shit go to the wayside. So I've been very much one of those type of motherfuckers like, okay, what am I going to be doing? Because like I said, this is a long time ago. This is probably about 9 years ago. A motherfucker called me out the blue. Man, I'm trying to make music like quick, man. It's money in this and all this other stuff. And I'm like, look, bro, this is what you need to do. This is the type of equipment you need to get. You know, start studying these people. You study the Quick, study the Dre, study the Swiss Beats and all these people. You know, you got to study these people. These are the people that's doing it, you know? So, what the fuck? So, I'm like, you know, like, all right, man, just hit me. Never heard from the motherfucker again. This is the type of shit. And then when you look at their situation, you just be like, no wonder. So now I don't take people serious. Not to that point where you're going to infringe on my time. That's why wealthy people only hang out with wealthy people, because they're not going to waste their time with poor motherfuckers and pipe dreams and bullshit. And sticking to what they want to do, and that's what I've learned, man. Man, look, let me tell you something, man. Motherfucker can't never front on me. Shout out to the homegirl Nuke. Shout out to the homegirl Shawnee. Shawnee, no, we met. I think Dr. Boyce Watkins. That's where we met. Long time ago, just in the chat. Shawnee was the first motherfucker listening to me in Nuke. That's a fact. First one. The first one that kept listening when nobody listened. Well, shit, ain't nobody. Well, I can count on my finger who I really fuck with on here. 066, Screwhead, Tasha, Miss Wendy, Erica, Shawnee. You know what I'm saying? People like that, man. That really fuck with that, read the books and stuff like that. You know, and I've been saying this, man, Shawnee can tell you, I've been saying this since the inception. I want it to naturally grow. If it can't naturally grow and I know who the fuck with me, I don't believe in that success overnight shit. Cause you don't know who there for what intention. You could be dealing with COINTELPRO motherfuckers. You could be dealing with agent provocateurs and motherfuckers start striking. I ain't with all that. I'm not with none of that bullshit. And the one thing that I have learned, Shawnee could attest this with Dr. Boyce Watkins, he don't waste time. If it's wasted, he gonna waste it on his own. He ain't gonna let nobody waste his time. Like he said before, you wanna talk to me? Oh, I'm gonna charge you a whole lot of money. I'm just gonna just be talking to you, listen to your pipe dreams, and I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Like Michael Jackson's attorney, when he talked to Master P, it was like $20,000 an hour, some outrageous number. You know what I'm saying? But I don't blame him, because I'm not wasting my fucking time. And that's one of the things I feel like we do a lot, is waste each other's time. You know what I'm saying? And we're not impeccable with our word. And what we do is we want a window shop when it comes to black people's businesses. And then when it comes to everybody else's business, we got our money A1. And then want to come back around and act like we support black business. I don't have to do it. Niggas know me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to support it to the fullest however I can. If I can promote it, I tell, hey, man, go fuck with this shit. That's what it is, man. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I'm telling you right now, man, stop wasting your own time as well as other people's time, man. We have a bad habit of doing it. That's why I want to take the beginning of this podcast to really, I'm going to start really stressing that, man. Because over the years, I've seen a lot of time-wasting mechanisms be applied to our community. You know, we got so much trauma, so much shit going on that we don't know how to sit down and have conversations about it. But what we do is we get into the time-wasting mechanisms and trying to tell each other what they should be doing. I don't get into that. People that really know me, I can advise you like, hey, man, you probably should be doing this. But I'm not going out of my way to tell you what you should be doing. And then people in my family, they know how Warren operates. I'm only tell you one time. After that, you on your motherfucking own. I'm not going to baby you. I'm not going to come behind you. I'm not going to check up on you to see if you're doing it. If you're not doing it, that's on you. Just like with the stock. When I first really started getting invested in stock, you know, on my own, besides the company, the corporate plantation, I told everybody, look, man, you want to do this, invest in yourself. You know, you want to do this, do these things, do this. If you work at a corporate plantation, man, up your percentage in your stock and your 401k, bro. Woo, motherfuckers didn't want to listen to me. And then 4 or 5 years later, niggas want to come back to me talking about, man, what should I do? It's like, well, nigga, I told you already. So I don't know why you fucking sitting up here coming to me 6, 7, 8 years later. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you tell people, I'm not going to look, I'm not running up to everybody. I bet you if I had $1 million with all my advice I give you, it'd be niggas camped out outside my house every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? But when it's something that they don't have to pay for, they don't respect it. That's what I've learned too. That's why when I see stuff like a brother at a gas station bumping his music and then some security guard come up to him, that security guard wanted to kill him. He wanted to shoot him. Period. That was his goal and that was his mission. That's why, man, I keep your eyes open, watch everything around you, watch how you even engage with these race soldiers or pretend race soldiers, because they be ready to kill a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to your job, your core plantation. Stop getting emotional with these people. Don't even get emotional with your own people. Even when your people are wrong, just let them be wrong. I had to learn that. I was around a whole bunch of melanated brothers and sisters that, you know, this one person want to do this person want to do that. Then me, I'm like, I'm just trying to get my bread. And, you know, and then everybody can't come to us. Everybody can't be on the same page and be on code because we're so dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? And we look at things in such a crazy way. It's like, well, well, I don't like what they're doing. And, it's always about what, and then you always end up trying to tell somebody what they should be doing. I don't believe in none of that shit. Not no more. I will not be in the business of telling niggas what they should be and should not be doing. That is not my problem. My problem is, hey, man, I always refer people to books. Hey, man, you should check out this book. Woo. If you pissed off at the job, go read Black Labor, White Wealth. That'll give you an eye-opener of why you get treated the way you get treated. But I'm not finna sit up there, well, what you need to be doing is this. Nope, I'm not doing none of that. That's a time-wasting mechanism, and we get into that too much. I don't do none of that. Well, this person should be doing this. I don't care what they should be doing. That's not my problem. My problems are having problems. I don't have time to be worried about what the fuck somebody else is doing. And no diss to nobody or my own people, but it's like, I feel like black folk, we get a kick out of trying to tell every other black person what they should be doing. You know what I mean? Well, because if I had the money, I'd be doing it, man. I used to be just like that. As I get older, I'm like, I don't have time to be worried about what somebody's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why, again, shout out to the homegirl Nuke. Man, shout out to homegirl Nuke. I ain't ever seen her be like, well, Warren, this what you need to be doing. And Warren, and this is what that bitch need to be doing. I ain't never seen her say, you know why? Because Nuke, and I've been around Nuke a long time, is only concerned about Nuke. She don't got time to be worried. That's too much time on your hands. If you worried about what somebody else is doing, let me give you some advice. If you can tell me what everybody else is doing, and deep down inside in your life, you're a failure at moving forward with your own shit, then that should show you all you need to know about who you are. You more focused on somebody else's shit than focus on your own shit, then that should let you know what type of person you are and what you need to be working on. That's why I don't get into that banter. I don't get into time-wasting mechanisms. I don't get into arguing with people about being a black Christian. I don't care. If that's what you want to do it. But you're not finna sit up here and black Christian shame me, because that's not what I'm really trying to do. Nope. You're not finna do that. But I'm definitely not finna sit up here and argue you down. We're wasting time, man. You're just wasting time. And while we're wasting time, these fucking pretend race soldiers and these honorary race soldiers, they killing black folk. Oh, your music too loud? Well, then let me dump on you. Let me make it, and all that security guard gonna do is act like he was in fear for his life. You know what I'm saying? Why that shit is going on. I think his name was Gregory Livingston or something. It's right outside the Kroger. And Kroger, y'all hired him. That's why I be tripping. I remember I was in a Walmart and these people damn near chased these people. They damn near chased these black people out the Walmart because these people trying to walk out with a grocery bag, and they started running. And these people were like, I'm like, it's not your groceries. It's not your money, and you don't get paid no extra. Now, suppose somebody in that family with the shopping cart would have pulled out a burner on you. It's like, I'm not putting my life on no jeopardy for that. Nigga, y'all can have that. That's some psychological tell 'em about the gun line ball shit they got niggas on. They got white people on that shit too. I'm talking about the upper echelon, the aristocracies of the world that don't give a fuck about the people at the bottom. They'll hire some type of a supervisor that don't make no real money, but they want to be the junkyard guard dog over the fucking corporate plantation. And I be laughing at these motherfuckers like, bro, these people at the top don't give a fuck about you either. You stressing yourself out. You already aged like milk. You know what I'm saying? And now you want to be, that shit blows my mind. But motherfuckers to do that shit. So go ahead and do it. Be damn. But that ain't happening to me. So here, man, I'm about to play. Let me see if I can find the video. Let me see if I can find audio or whatever, man. Let me see. Because I think it was in Tennessee. Let me see if they'll. I'm gonna try to play some audio of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, because it's like we wasting each other's time, and they out here killing us. You know what I'm saying? And building businesses and buying property. Nigga, that's another thing I'm gonna get on. Property so goddamn expensive in Vegas, nigga, and that's exactly the way these white people want it. All right, here we go.
And now one person is dead. Hello, I'm Janine Lewis. We begin with that breaking news tonight at a very busy shopping plaza. Shots rang out at the Kroger Fuel Center that's located at Poplar and Kirby. WRAG's Simone Woolridge joins us now live with the latest on this investigation. And Simone, I still see this area is blocked off and a lot of police behind you there.
Today,
I know whoever Simone Woolridge is, she finding a motherfucker. God damn, I need to go to fucking Tennessee. Shit. Oh, my bad, y'all. I forgot I doing this podcast. I'm like, God damn. That's how the news anchors look out there in Tennessee?
large crime scene here. I can tell you, you never get used to hearing the cries from loved ones on a crime scene. Many loved ones are here right now, just aside of me, just going through the motions, just very emotional right now, just numb, seeing what is going on behind me. I just learned in the last several minutes or so, I just learned from a very close friend of the victim here. The victim, who they call Boo as his nickname, he is in his 40s. They say he has only been here for several hours. He got to Memphis this morning. He was visiting from Chicago. Let that sink in. He was visiting here.
Just visiting and get shot and killed. Just visiting. Not by us, because you know they quit to do that black on black crime shit. No, this was race and nothing else. This was race. It had everything to do with race. Because I don't believe that white security guard would have shot another white person. But of course he's going to shoot a nigga. Everybody else doing it. Every other racial group is doing it. So that's why, like, well, fuck it. We've been doing it.
So I want you to take a look at what's actually going on behind me here, taking a look at this very busy crime scene. If we can push in a little bit, a lot of witnesses here on scene tell me that this blue BMW was involved in this crime scene somehow. We know that police did confirm, as well as some of the witnesses here, that this was a security guard who shot and killed this man who now family identify as Boo. There's also a dark colored vehicle right aside of it, maybe a little bit to the front, that also has a police marker on top of it. As I mentioned, we did get a chance to speak to several witnesses, many people just in shock. A lot of people actually just shopping at the Kroger, maybe walking to their cars and hearing the loud pops, the shots, or maybe possibly one shot. I want you to take a listen at a witness we heard from. She actually tried to resuscitate the man. Take a listen.
When I ran over there, I tried to do CPR on him, but he was already gone. He was spitting up blood. He was already gone. The scary part was that the guy that shot him, he was just standing there with no remorse. And my brother asked him, he was like, man, why'd you shoot him? He was unarmed. And he told my brother, well, I had to.
See? I had to. Now, what kind of shit is that? I had to shoot him. Now, what kind of, because he didn't give a fuck. That's why it's very important. Put this bullshit, petty shit, arguing shit. I don't like that motherfucker. I don't like their attitude. They lazy. Put all that shit to the side, man, and get on fucking code. Because you're going to be a lot older than, you're going to be older a lot longer than you're going to be younger. And as you get older, you're going to start to see, man, I'm so busy worried about a person's character, you know, of what is being presented to me. Just be on code. There's a lot of shit that everybody don't agree with. White Jewish people don't agree with each other all the time, but they get on code because when you fuck with one, you fucking with them all. So why is it they can get on code, but we can't get on code and be like, hey, man, like, what the fuck is this? Crazy, man. Just crazy.
And he still was standing there with his gun, his holster. So it was pretty scary because he could have opened fire on, you know, on any of us, because mental health is real. And this is a sad situation, though.
See, that's why, man, I'm telling you right now. Motherfuckers, hey, what's going on, Erica? You already know I see you, man. Hey, Florida, stand up. I was just talking about you, man, Erica, man. You know I fuck with you big time. You know what I'm saying? But it's fucked up, man, because I was just thinking, what was I watching the other day, man? God damn, but besides the suicide, first of all, Suicide Squad was fucking horrible. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I get light in that, but god damn, what was I watching where it's like motherfuckers get off on just wasting each other's time and telling each other what they need to be doing. And I'd be like, man, I'm not saying that white folk don't do it, right? I'm not saying that white folk don't do that, because they do it too. But a lot of times white folk, their disagreements, they'll have behind closed doors. They don't have it on TV, and they don't display a lot of their shit on TV. And I get it. Sometimes shit needs to be displayed. But there are a lot of times where it's like, we got to be on code. Just like I know a lot of other racial groups did not like the Locks and Dipset battle. Very, very good. Very good verses. Probably the best verses I've seen. Very, very good verses battle. And it wasn't no bullshit. It was great. Everybody came out. It was great showmanship. See, they don't like that when we start to get on code. See, what's going to happen is it's about to be a resurgence of the 90s. Because this generation, I feel a lot of times we didn't really teach them nothing. So we're going to have to take it back and then regurgitate it back to them the right way. Because no diss to nobody else, but everybody is so afraid to be unapologetically black a lot of the times and be on code with people. You know, you might have a disagreement with people, but you know, it's like being on code with somebody. It's like, it's almost like this. All those athletes and all those people went to go visit the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And then one by one, they started picking at the athletes and the entertainers. Because they didn't like that they were standing next to this man. If y'all don't like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan so much, then why don't y'all say what he says is lies? They never say that he's lying. They only say is, oh, he's anti-Semitic, but they never say he's lying. They never, ever, ever say he's a liar. They always say he's anti-Semitic. But if you know your history, how could I be anti-me? Like I said before, how the fuck you gonna be the chosen motherfuckers, and as soon as you get off the plane in Egypt, you gonna burn up like vampires? See, this melanated skin just activates when I get out there in Africa. You feel me? I don't need to put on no sunblock and all that bullshit. See, when you melanated, it just activates your melanin. That's these motherfuckers trying to get you put on the sunscreen. Man, get the fuck out of here. I remember one time my mom said, you don't need no goddamn sunscreen. Don't ask me for nothing. I was a kid. You know, you see all these white kids putting on sunscreen. You're like, no, you don't need to put no sunscreen on. You'll tan just fine. But what if I get sunburned? You'll heal. My mom was cold with that shit. You'll heal, nigga. Shit. And I remember one time, and I don't even think it was sunburn. I think my skin was just agitated by the chlorine. Because, you know, it's beach water is different from chlorine water. You know? So it's like, you know, when I was at the beach, I never had that problem. And then, you know, but my skin started getting a little agitated from the chlorine. But I never like had no sunburn. Not sunburn where I couldn't move or nothing like that. No, that happens to everybody else, not to melanated people. So it's like there's no way, I don't care about reading no book. Just on GP, there's no way you can convince me y'all the chosen people when y'all burned the fuck up. How is this shit taking place? How is this Bible shit taking place in Egypt, but these motherfuckers are burned the fuck up? So, nah, I don't want to hear that shit, man. Fuck out of here. They want to claim Egypt, but they want to claim the rest of Africa. So nothing else exists, just Egypt. That's because those pyramids is there, and everybody wants to claim success. It's a fact. Everybody wants to claim it. Just like you look at the Tesla situation, motherfucker was calling that dude a nigga the whole time and fucking with him and all that shit. That nigga sued their ass. He got a meal ticket out of it. That's because Tesla want that shit to go away. But if y'all don't think, I don't care how smart you are as a black person, nigga, you're gonna always deal with racism and white supremacy. Period. That's why it's very important. I tell, look, anybody that comes around, look, man, get on code. And a lot of the times, the 90s generation and the 80s generation, the 80s and 90s, we got to take it back. Because these motherfuckers, man, we didn't teach them. And I can tell we didn't teach them. You know, I'm just like financial stability. Now it's at an all-time high. Now everybody's talking about generational wealth and all this other stuff. So what I advise a lot of people that has not learned that, and now you're learning it, you need to teach the younger generation. Tell them. Let me tell you why you got to tell them. Because they can never go back and say you didn't tell them. They can never say, hey, man, you didn't. Nope. Look, man, here's the books. Like a motherfucker can't never tell me, nigga, once I got on stock 6-7 years ago, I was telling everybody. Especially about 4 or 5 years ago, I was really like bugging people. When I was super into it, I'm like, look, bro, you need to fuck with this stock and fuck with that and fuck with that. And then 2-3 years later, you know, after I done told everybody, now everybody want to come on a nigga like, hey, Warren, man. So I'm like, nigga, I already told you that shit, man. Go read the books. Hey, man, so what's a mutual fund? Nigga, go get the Mutual Fund for Dummies book and go read the shit. Because a lot of us 80s and 90s generation, we don't want to read shit. We just want somebody to spoon feed it to us. I get away from that. I'll just go do the research and just figure it out a lot on my own. It's like when you look at race, people just think racism is calling niggas and you can't shop here, you can't do this here. No, nigga, racism is murder. Racism is gentrification, redlining. Racism is real estate. Why you say racism is real estate? Well, who owns the majority of real estate? It ain't black folk. So who owns it? Let me tell you something. If you live in fucking Las Vegas, Nevada right now, hey, Erica, let me tell you something. Shawnee, I know Shawnee probably listen to it later. Look, first of all, Vegas is not meant for everybody to be out here living. Because it's 24 hours crack, 24 hours black tar heroin, 24 hours liquor, 24 hours hookers, 24 hour hoes. That's all day, every day. That shit does not stop, right? And then now you want to put a fucking professional football team here? Then you want to drive up the price of a house that used to be $150,000, $200,000 to $600,000 and $700,000? That shit is crazy, man. And then the moratorium is coming. So now they're not helping people no more pay their bills because of the motherfucking, the COVID shit or whatever. That shit is coming to an end. So now they're not paying people's bills no more. So what you gonna do with all these people? Let me just tell y'all this. And we are constantly charged as black tax. Yep, black tax. Facts. It's a book called Black Tax. I think I got it saved on my motherfucking my cart for Amazon. But I'm gonna just tell you this, man. We gotta understand this. And I really mean this. Real estate for us is not real estate for them. If you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, you're going to see so many white people out here just buying up property like a motherfucker. And they just driving the price up. They making it like $600,000 for a house in Vegas 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago was Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? It was Queensbridge. Of Charleston and motherfucking Fort Apache type shit. Gated community. You paying $600,000 for a house. It's got a gated community. You got armed security. That's different. Now, $600,000 is nothing. Damn near every house is like $600,000. I'm talking about dumps. And I'm like, they trying to make this shit like LA. But the difference is there's not enough jobs to support all these people that's coming out here. So now you got all these people out here. Now I got my people. That's why I try to tell my people, look, if you're not interested in being an entrepreneur and doing that, and you gonna do the court plantation thing like a nigga like me, then you gotta be focused. Because every other racial group, they putting their people on. They're putting their people on. Now you start going to these jobs, you don't see niggas no more. You see every other racial group but us. A lot of it is because we can't fucking get along, man. And we don't know how to get on the job and act civilized. We're trained to look at each other crazy. We're trained to be oppositional. I deal with that, man. I deal with that on the daily, man. You got black people because this person don't like this attitude, this person don't like that attitude. And I'm like, look, bro, some people just don't get along. That's fine, but you can't ignore somebody's perspective. I've been in situations like this where I've been that person that's the tell them about the gun line boss for the court plantation as I was younger, way younger. Like, oh, man, they paying me and all this other stuff, But as you get older, you start to see when you deal with other perspectives, and other perspectives is like, these people don't give a fuck about you. So as you work in those holidays, you working 15 hours a day. You tired, you stressed out. You barely paying your bills. Them people that's in charge don't give a fuck about you paying your bills. They don't give a fuck about giving you no decent raise. They don't care. That's not their psyche. Once you start to wake up and see that shit, you like, man, then why the fuck am I sitting up here stressing out, man? Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm coming in there, I'm doing my bare minimum, and then I'm shaking. And that's how you supposed to be, bare minimum. I remember me and this nigga I used to work with at Veterans, we used to always be like, bare minimum. That's all you getting from me, man. I'm not jumping out the building for you. You getting bare minimum. Fuck all that. Nigga, especially if you gotta work 2 or 3 jobs, and you can work 3 jobs out here now. The houses are so goddamn expensive. It's like, damn. So what the fuck I gotta do? One sister, she was on the news. She was like, look, man, they not helping us pay our rent no more. I got to sell plasma and do all kinds of shit just so I can stay in my shit. And it's like, it's crazy. And they not telling people that. That's because they just want people to keep coming to Vegas, and all these suck-ass niggas that was jumping around about some clown-ass Raiders stadium. I want to see if the Raiders is going to put a fund together to pay everybody's rent and mortgage. Because let me tell you something, Eric, out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We have what's called stations casinos. Those are the casinos that are not on the strip. Well, we have a variety of them, and they have buffets. They're not bringing the buffets back. It's like 6, 7, what? You got $10 Texas station, they ain't even open up. Red Rock, Aliante, you got all these fucking station casinos. They like, no, we're not bringing the buffets back. That's what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 employees? Nope. Y'all better go find a job somewhere else. This is what the fuck is going on. That's why I'm like, man, we gotta, now's the time to be on the same page. Not the time to be sitting up here fighting because these motherfuckers is killing us. I mean, this nigga was just playing loud music. Bang, he shot him. But then when they try to do CPR, the dude like, bro, why you shoot him? Man, he had no gun or nothing. Oh, I had to. And just sat there with his gun. I had to. So that should tell you right there. That's their mind. That's how they look. So if they looking like that, what you think they thinking with motherfucking real estate? I'm telling you, man. Y'all see, I'm just gonna have to put it, I'm gonna have to just upload my footage and start driving around like what I was gonna do in the first place. I just gotta take the time and fucking do it. And shit gonna blow your mind. You know, the real estate and where it's going, who's buying it, who's not. Cause let me tell you, in these wealthy neighborhoods, ain't no niggas there. And if it is, it's probably one. And that's probably a generational wealth person. How we gonna do generational wealth if we get it? You can lose it in one generation. Stop waiting around to see what you gonna get and go create it for yourself. Because when you start creating for yourself, that'll teach you, if you ever were to get generational wealth, how you can maintain it. But if you don't know how to maintain it because you're not trying to create your own, you're gonna be fucked. That's why it's very important to understand how racism to me works. It's redlining, it's gentrification. Gentrification is going on right now. They're trying to price shit out the game where only a certain demographic can buy a home. Facts. And then everybody else that already own their home, yeah, you looking good, but nigga, if you sell your shit, where you gonna go? You can sell your shit for $400,000, but nigga, the next house is $600,000. And if you only live there for 5 years, nigga, you ain't paid shit off on that house. So if you buy a house for $400,000 or you buy a house for $360,000, you stay in it for 5 years, and you only paid off $10,000 worth of that shit. Yeah, nigga, they gonna get their cut, nigga. It's just it's stuff that we gotta start looking at and understanding what's going on and understand racism as a whole and stop fighting each other, man, on some sucker shit and not getting along. I get on the corporate plantation and I can't stand it when it's two melanated people like at odds with each other. Like I'm quick to diffuse it. Like, nah, man, y'all motherfuckers. Some people don't get along, but y'all need to chill out. Everybody want to be right, and everybody want to, and not just right. Everybody is entitled to their own perspective. And the thing that I've learned the most about the dominant society in these corporate plantations, they love dysfunction amongst niggas. They get their popcorn, they sit back, and they love it. They fucking love it. So remember that shit, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Hey, you already know what it is, man. I got shit that I definitely got to do. I'm damn near behind like 45 minutes. But anyway, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. I will be back on Tuesday, maybe even tomorrow. Probably Tuesday. We'll see. Hey, man, love life. Stay in your lane. Remember, if you can tell somebody about everybody else's shit and your shit is in limbo, then you need to reevaluate who you are and your life. You should only be able to tell a motherfucker about your shit. Hey, man, you already know what it is. Been fun, it's been real, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Hey, man, love life, stay in your lane. And if a nigga talking about they don't see color, guilty, nigga, I don't fuck with you. I'm out. Peace.
Cigarette. I'm gonna treat you